Hello, I'm Manuel Schad from SWC Sports. Today we go international. We are in Italy. We are near to Signo, and nearby me is Marco Bellini. And we want to talk about his bike, about the SWT 181. 181. Yes. Hello. Hi. How are you?
Yes, very fine, thank you. Pretty hot today. Okay. So I'm Marco Bellini from Marco's Garage. This is one of my bike. This bike is primarily used for touring, and I evolved and modified the bike starting from when I buy it in the 90, and I make a lot of modification. The most important, of course, is the frame. So with the frame of Manuel, the bike is another bike. You can ride like an enduro. You can go straight. You don't dance in the stone. So, but you need forks. So I have Öhlins forks with modified the spring. Is a 3-step spring that make in England. It's by Faulkner, and I have a triple clamp of SWT, and then of course I have Öhlins shock on the rear too. And for the brake part, always speaking about the frame, I have a modified brake disc coming from Husqvarna 701, and I modified the center part to be installed on the original Acront rim of the BMW. And then I have a Brembo 4 caliper radial brake caliper with original pump, just to don't exceed to have power off-road. On the rear brake, I invert, of course, the lever of the brake pads, and I make some spring to have a more quick return. And then, speaking about the engine, there are a lot of work. We have installed a big bore kit of Siberock with long conrods. I have a asymmetric camshaft to have more low-hand torque. And the carburetor and the head are fine-tuned to have remove all the thing that can make obstacle to the airflow. And especially in the carburetor, the butterfly valve was profiled, and also the support of the valve is very thin to have more space for the air, and so you can put more gasoline too. The air filter is a Googlatech air filter. You can easily clean up and and make a good filtration, like very quiet, like an original one. And speaking about the command, I have a handlebar that give me manual is a VRP handlebar. It's very comfortable even when you stand up and when you sit on the bike, so it's a good compromise. I have a riser, of course, to have a very good position when riding, and a lower foot peg that I modified with my milling machine. I place a Siberock instrument to have some more precision and more information about the bike, temperature of the oil, voltage of the alternator, and so on. And of course, I have GPS of Garmin that help me to come back when I make some adventure off-road.
It's that you come to ride to lunch.
Yes.
I see some missing parts. You have a LED front light.
Yes, I have a LED light coming from Siberock. It's very strong, but I don't like so much because the spot is stronger, but then when finished, you have the darkness. So it's not so comfortable to ride in the night, especially off-road.
Here you see we have the standing light. And the problem is the light is cutting directly. You have a lightning fast and you have the darkness.
Yes, that's a problem.
And that was not so with the original light.
No.
And at the rear wheel, you have a higher seal.
Yes.
With
Yes, speaking about the transmission and the gearbox, all the gear are made a moly-coated treatment. It's a special treatment. You cook all in your oven at home. Your wife will be not so happy for you, but it's good for the gear unit. And you put a moly-coated treatment. The moly-coated avoid that the teeth of the gear worn out, even in a very bad condition. Doesn't matter if the oil is too hot. Moly-coated can run also without oil, so it's very good. Then The most important modification about the transmission is related to the dry shaft. The dry shaft is the homemade dry shaft that helped me to build my friend of mine, Eric Demand, that is a master of drive shaft, with a tractor joint. So they are big joint, U-joint. Of course, they are removable, and I remove the damper. There's no rubber damper. So with this feature, I can put again the oil inside the paralever. This is very good things. To put the oil, I use an old paralever swing arm that have the place where you can drill and thread for the bolt to tap it, and then I substitute the seal of the bevel. In this way, there is no movement of oil from the swing arm to the bevel, and in this way you can ride so much everywhere, and having the oil in the paralever is something fantastic. You don't have to mind about the drive shaft, not in the new BMW.
Not 40,000 kilometers.
Yeah, my bike have 792,000 kilometers. So, and now is I have a lot of kilometer in the future to ride with him.
I think you are not sometimes at home.
Yeah, when I am at home, I work in the workshop, and I work in the company, and then I travel around the world. And of course, now with the family, my commitment is also a lot with the family too.
At this time, which bike do you want to buy?
This is a surprise, this question. Is a problem because the modern bike have too much electronics. I think they must make the dual sport bike like they make an enduro bike with a very simple Kokusang electronic. For example, you can kick and go. You don't need a big battery. You don't need to have a big computer that take care of shitty things. So it don't exist a new bike for me. I have a HP2. It's the last new technology bike. It's very fun to ride off-road, but the HP2 is also with a lot of electronics. And so if you have problem, you need a scanner to reset through the CAN bus the error. With this bike, you can do everything everywhere. You can fix very easily. So we need a bike that is simple. That's a message for the builder.
Okay, that's great. So I say thank you to you. Thanks for your time.
You for your time.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like it, share it, make all with it what you want. Share and like. Marco?
Marco's Garage.
Till then, bye bye.